How's it going? Hope you're having a great day, and I'm stoked to make this video. I made a post on Instagram. My Instagram's at OGBSmitty, saying it's time for BSmitty 3.0. And what that means, and I've been talking about it, where it's deploying content, getting it out there. That includes here on YouTube and shorts, TikToks, and just social media in general. I think it's just that time to make things happen. And there's no more thinking about it. There's no more planning about it. It's just posting. And I wanted to start things off by saying that is if you're wanting to do it, I think you just got to do it. And we all kind of fall to that thing where it's like tomorrow or next week or a month or pick a random date. And I think the best thing to do is just to do it now. I think it's just, do the best you can to make it happen. And I thought with this video, I would start things off with this new 3.0 process of content creation or surrounding my photography is show what I'm using. So this is being filmed on an iPhone 13, I believe is what it is. It's just the standard 13. And I use this for basically video. I don't really shoot photos with it besides, just the random things that you would just photograph. I don't use it for my normal photography. But to me, it's a great behind the scenes type tool. I've always used it that way. It's great for, just documenting and posting on Instagram, that type of thing. And obviously video when you don't have another camera with you to film the process. So what I'm using while I'm out filming the main camera is a DJI Action 2. That might be surprising to a lot of people because a lot of people use a mirrorless camera, and those are great, obviously. I have this, which I filmed some videos on. It's the A7 IV, which shoots insanely high quality video, but I'm actually filming most of this because I'm photographing with this. I might film a little bit more of the B-roll stuff with this potentially, but it's not really an interest of mine doing that. I'm making films about photography, and the photography is the main player in this, so that's why I'm usually photographing with this. Or a lot of my videos recently have been with this Ricoh GR3, and I've been loving this camera. So this is what I'm using when I'm shooting this 28mm walking around. Simple, just everyday life goes with the Ricoh GR3 for photography. I highly recommend this DJI Action 2 because it's so small. You take this bottom part off and you just have this little tiny camera. You can have it in the palm of your hand and you're not really feeling weird about anything. This just adds extra battery life in a front screen, and you can put a memory card into this. This top part just has internal memory. So with 4K, it gets around 20-some minutes of footage. So it's actually good for, if you know what you're filming, it's plenty of time. This is a new piece of equipment, literally brand new. I've only filmed a few things with it so far, is that Insta360 X3. And I gotta say, this is like, when I've been editing with this, it's actually shocking the quality and what you can do with it. So this films in full 360 and you can edit after the fact, as in you can reframe after the fact. So you can change your angles, you can make movements all after you're filming. So you film one spot or you walk around just filming and you recreate your scene later on in editing. It's so good, it's almost disturbing like how crazy it is. The footage I got back, it's like, wow. Yeah, I'm going to be making videos about this, different types of angles, because I'm learning as I'm going to, because I've seen stuff online, but I actually think the more simple camera movements are way crazier than like the insane gimmick movements, like the tiny earth and all that type of stuff, which is still fun to do. My first Instagram post kind of teasing this was the tiny earth type photo. I think that's what they call it. But yeah, so you can get crazy effects out of this, but you can also get just crazy camera movements out of this. And that's, to me, the reason why I got it is because I'm a one-man band when it comes to the filmmaking process of photographing. So everything being one-handed, this is just a brilliant piece of camera equipment. If you can only get one between this and the DJI or a GoPro or something like that, this does film just like one-sided. So if you just want to film 4K one side like an action camera, you can do that. This is just like an action camera is waterproof and all that. The lenses do stick out. I have lens covers on the way because I'm actually not that great with my camera gear. I just throw it in a bag. But this I've been really careful with. I've been putting a little sleeve that comes with. I don't want to mess up the lens, the two lenses on this. So I've been real careful with this. But this is actually like, if you're gonna use it as your main camera, obviously it's gonna be beat up a lot more. For me right now, it's like a specific shot camera. So this is easy for me to put away nicely. I don't have to be that crazy about it. But if this was my daily camera, I'd be putting it in and out of my pocket just real quick. But anyways, I'm getting that lens protector and I'm going to be doing tests to make sure it doesn't do anything weird. And I'll post a video on that about that as well. If you're getting this, you need a selfie stick. And when you're filming, this actually removes the selfie stick out. I'll go into full details in another video, but for this sake, if you're wanting to get this, this is just this, I'll have a link below. So this is just the Insta360 selfie stick. It extends decently far. This is actually more than enough. I was wondering, I bought a very long version of one, but this is really all you need. But you do need this Insta360. It's basically a tripod base. You don't have to have it, if you're just gonna film handheld, or handheld. But one of my favorite shots is when this is on basically like a tripod. So it's gonna be very helpful. You can have it standing, off to the side, and you can reframe while it's on a tripod. So I highly recommend this. This is actually very heavy duty base. It was pretty windy out when I used it last, and it held up just fine. So these three things I highly recommend. This camera is nuts. And I do want to mention as well, this shoots 72 megapixel photos. So you can do the same thing, you reframe the photo however you want. And that's something I want to mess around with a bit too, just for the heck of it, who knows. I know we talked about before about show the bags I carry. I actually just got this from Wotan Craft. It's just an accessory pouch. You can fit a good amount of stuff in this thing, just for a small carry you can put on a belt. My big bag is the Wotan Craft Pilot. It's a 10 liter. This is my main bag. If I'm going on a full lurkage adventure, I'm taking that. And then my basic carry here is the Wotan Craft Mini Rider. Super nice bag, very stylish. I like this one a lot. Yeah, so that's the gear I'll be using in these upcoming vlogs. Hit that subscribe button if you want to follow along, and I'll see you in the next video.